Hello everyone! Today we're taking a look at Nadji, a mythical damage fighter who attacks with pots and paper kites. We'll talk about her abilities, the best builds, suitable game modes, and important gameplay features. At the end, you'll hear some interesting facts. Let's get started. Nadji has average health and high movement speed. Her main feature is an unusual attack that consists of two parts at once. First, she throws a pot that pierces through enemies, and then she can release a paper kite from it in any direction. Thanks to this, Nadji can attack two different targets, block escape routes, and gradually weaken enemies with poison. She feels most comfortable in team modes where it is necessary to control a specific area. Nadji throws a pot that flies in a straight line, deals damage, and passes through enemies. While the pot is in flight, you can release a paper kite from it in the chosen direction. When it hits, it poisons the target, dealing damage over time. Consecutive hits with the kites increase the effect of the poison. Both parts of the attack can be aimed at a single enemy for maximum damage, but it is often more advantageous to throw the pot at one opponent and release the kite at another. For example, you can hit a group of opponents with the pot and finish off a fighter who is trying to retreat with the kite. Don't release the kite immediately after throwing the pot. Sometimes it's better to wait for the enemy to move and direct it to where they will be in a moment. Nadji throws three pots from which paper kites appear. They chase the nearest enemies and upon contact explode and poison all nearby foes. The super can be aimed directly at a chosen area or released from a flying pot of the main attack. The second option allows you to send out the kites from an unexpected position. It's best to use this ability against a group of enemies in a narrow passage or near an objective. Even if the kites don't eliminate anyone, they'll force opponents to retreat or waste their ammo on them. After activating the gadget, poisoned enemies leave behind poisonous puddles for 2 seconds. Any enemy who steps into them will also be poisoned. Before using the gadget, try to poison at least one opponent. This ability works best against enemies who are standing close together. They might accidentally infect each other and will be forced to spread out. The gadget is especially useful in Hot Zone and Gem Grab as it temporarily blocks off important territory. Nadji hides in a vase for 5 seconds. When it breaks, nearby enemies are knocked back. This gadget is primarily meant for protection against tanks and assassins. It allows you to survive an attack by time and increase the distance between Nadji and the enemy. You shouldn't use it unless you're in danger. While Nadji is inside her snake, she can't continue attacking enemies. If an enemy poisoned by Nadji dies, a paper snake appears at the spot where they were defeated. It acts just like the snake from her super, but has half as much health. This passive ability helps you keep attacking after eliminating an enemy. It is most effective in teamfights, where the new snake can instantly switch to the next available target. The poison damage depends on the enemy's current health. The more health the target has, the higher the additional damage. The maximum bonus is 200 points against a fully healthy fighter. This is a more versatile star power. This ability works effectively in every battle and helps quickly weaken tanks and other formidable opponents. When Hypercharge is activated, Nadji gains 20% additional movement speed, 5% more damage, and a 5% shield. Instead of 3 pots, her super releases 6. The summoned snakes gain a significant 25% more health and leave a poisonous trail behind them. A hypercharged super can effectively cover most of the crucial and important territory. Opponents have to dodge 6 snakes, avoid the poisonous trails, and defend themselves from Nadji's attacks at the same time. It's best to use it during a strategic team attack near the zone, the gem mine, or the crucial gates. For most matches, this specific build tends to work exceptionally well. For the gadget, we take poisonous puddles. For the star power, we use snake venom. And for the most effective gear, we choose damage and shield. Nadji is especially effective against groups of enemies and brawlers without good mobility. The piercing pot hits multiple targets and the snakes force opponents to leave their comfortable positions. The gradual damage also delays health regeneration. The main threat to Nadji is mobile assassins. She doesn't have a dash or a jump, so it's hard to escape a sudden attack without a gadget. On open maps, it's easier for opponents to dodge the snakes and avoid the poisonous areas, so Nadji is better suited for maps with walls and narrow passages. Hot Zone is one of the best modes for Nadji. She can attack the point from a safe distance, and the snakes and poisonous puddles force opponents to leave it. A hypercharged super can almost completely block off the zone. Nadji herself doesn't have to stand in the center. It's better to support teammates and control the passages. In Gem Grab, Nadji is good at controlling the center of the map. Her piercing attack allows her to hit multiple enemies near the mine, and the snakes clear space for collecting gems. Thanks to her high speed, Nadji can become a gem carrier, but it's safer to stay a bit behind teammates and not risk the gems for an extra hit. In Brawl Ball, Nadji helps clear paths and push defenders away from the goal. You can send her super toward the player with the ball or use it before your team's attack. The Vessel gadget comes in handy if an opponent gets close to the goal or tries to quickly take out Nadji. She doesn't have a dash with the ball herself, so she plays more effectively in a support role. In Knockout, Nadji performs well on closed maps. Her poison prevents opponents from healing quickly, and her super drives them out from behind walls, especially after the poisonous cloud appears at the end of the round. The main thing is to keep a safe distance from assassins. Losing the right position can be absolutely devastating, since Nadji can't retreat quickly. In Bounty, Nadji steadily wears down her opponents and doesn't let them stay behind cover for long. Because she lacks high burst damage, she can't always finish off targets on her own, so it's better to attack the same enemies your teammates are already focusing on. You shouldn't get close to enemies just to secure a kill. Dying while carrying a lot of stars will do more harm than good for your team. In Heist, Nadji plays as a controller, not as the main source of damage to the safe. She can poison defenders, prevent them from staying near the safe, and create space for her teammates. It's better to direct the hyper-infected super not just at the safe, but at the area where the enemies are. This way, the snakes can drive away the defenders and help the whole team continue the attack. In solo mode, Nadji needs to keep her distance and avoid direct fights with tanks and assassins. The poison helps prevent weakened opponents from healing, and the snakes can force enemies out from behind walls. In Duo Showdown, Nadji is noticeably stronger since her partner can cover her during attacks. Use different directions for the pot and the snake to control more space. Against a single target, combine both parts of the attack for maximum damage. First apply the poison, and only after that activate the poisonous puddles. Don't send your super to a random spot. Try to block the path or push enemies away from the objective. Save the Vessel gadget until an assassin attacks rather than using it in advance. During Hypercharge, keep attacking together with the snakes so it's harder for opponents to dodge multiple threats at once. Maintain a medium or long distance. In close combat, Nadji loses most of her advantage. Nadji enters the Pyramid Quest environment together with Phoenix. She acts as his assistant. But unlike Phoenix, she doesn't make the challenges harder. Instead, she helps visitors solve the puzzles. From the character's released animation, it's known that Nadji ended up with Phoenix when she was still a child. She feels at home in the pyramid, understands the puzzles perfectly, and isn't very talkative. Nadji also helped Colt escape from the pyramid's trials, where he had been trapped for several weeks. Judging by her abilities and design, she really loves snakes. In her lines, Nadji uses Arabic and mentions Phoenix. Director Taika Waititi, known for the films Thor and What We Do in the Shadows, participated in creating the animation with Nadji. Nadji is a fighter with an unusual double attack, gradual damage, and strong area control. To play successfully, you need to learn to control the pot and the snake separately, maintain a safe distance, and use your ultimate near important areas of the map. Nadji performs best in team modes and on maps with narrow passages. What build do you use for Nadji? Write your answer in the comments. If you found this guide helpful, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram channel. The name is on the screen. Thank you for watching. Good luck in your battles and see you in the next video.